Hello, everybody, and welcome to Author Talk with me, Gavin, and today I am here with Neal Shusterman.
Hello.
So Neal, I was wondering where you get your themes from.
My themes and all of my ideas come from the world. Comes from things that are happening in the world, questions that I have that keep me up at night, things that I don't have the answer for. And so I try to figure out ways of asking the questions that give me perspective on what's going on in the world, and many times using science fiction and fantasy as an arena for telling stories about our world and the decisions we make and the things that we're going through as a society is a really good way to do it.
Okay, and who are some authors that you're inspired by?
I've always been inspired by Tolkien. The idea of creating a world that feels like it's larger than the pages of the book. Roald Dahl when I was a kid, and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Kurt Vonnegut, his ability to tell stories that transcend the genre of science fiction. Also worse than Scott Card. Ender's Game has always been a favorite story of mine, and I think I learned a lot about how science fiction can transcend the genre from that book.
All right, thank you so much. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Author Talk with me, Gavin, and today I'm here with Z.S Diamanti. And so I was wondering why you chose to be an independently published author instead of a traditionally published author.
Okay, yeah, that's a great question. So one of the things about being an independent author is you get to be a part of every single part of creating a book, right? So you get to be a part of making the cover. You get a big say in all of that. You get a big say in how it's formatted on the inside. You get a big say on how you edit it. You get a big say on who's going to edit it. And so having all that control to create the book that I really genuinely wanted to create was exactly what I wanted to do with it.
Okay, and who were some of your inspirations when you first started writing?
A good one, we were just talking about him earlier, is R.A. Salvatore.
Okay.
He wrote the Legend of Drizzt books, and I mean, there's a gajillion of them now, but I loved his Icewind Dale trilogy, and I loved how approachable his fantasy was, where it was very old school fantasy, but it was also very easy to get into, right? It wasn't too crazy lore heavy that you couldn't even get into all the fun stuff of the characters. So,
Yeah.
All
right, thank you.
Yeah, man, of course, yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Author Talk with me, Gavin, and today I'm here with Blake and Raven Penn. And so I was wondering, what are some struggles you have as an author duo?
Ooh.
Time management.
Time management's a huge one. So we've got 3 kids and we've got to always coordinate our schedules a little bit. But I don't know, is that the biggest one for you?
I think so, because I'm also working still most of the time. That makes it difficult for us to get everything together. And we read our own audiobooks as well. So there's a lot
of pressure on time. I think for me, one of the hardest things that it's been being an author duo is the learning curve at first of figuring out what he was good at and what I was good at, right? So there was a lot of stepping on each other's toes at first, a lot of pride issues, because I'd be like, why did you just cut this amazing scene I just wrote? And he's like, it didn't make any sense. And so once we were able to articulate where our skills were, he's really good at world building, really good at logistics, and I'm really good at character and dialogue and the minutia of the flow of each chapter. And so once we were able to articulate, okay, here's what you're going to be in charge of, here's what you're going to be in charge of, and then together we're able to make the best story.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's been
And
a lot of fun.
who are some of your inspirations as authors?
Oh, so majorly Brandon Sanderson with the hard magic systems that we're using. We're writing in very plain prose.
His lectures on YouTube were game changers for us, for sure. So Brandon Sanderson's been a huge one. I love Marissa Meyer. The Lunar Chronicles are some of my absolute favorites because she did such a good job of making every character so distinct and so likable. So.
Oh, and then Aaron Ehatz, the head writer for Avatar: The Last Airbender, actually. He's been a big one too.
Absolutely.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Author Talk with me, Gavin, and today I'm here with Kaden and Love. And so I was wondering, you're sort of a younger author, so how did you get into writing, and what did you kind of first work on?
So when I first started, I was in nursing school, so just in college. I grew up reading a lot, but I think a lot of people talk about how they started writing at a really young age, which I honestly didn't, so it kind of intimidated me.
Yeah.
Initially, because a lot of authors, even look at Christopher Paolini, who started super young, got successful, but I started seriously writing around 2022, published my first book 2023, and I guess overall that whole book maybe 2021 is when I started then. Because that whole book took me about, no, I published in 2024. And then that whole book took me about 2 years to write. But I finished the first draft maybe a year, but then I just went through tons and tons of editing because the first draft, and especially the first book, was pretty rough. So it's just a lot of shaping there and just lots of reading and writing now.
And then how well do you guys like work together and correlate?
So I guess it's mostly me who's working with Kaden because I just do things for him, like his covers. I edit our YouTube channel videos, and honestly, Kaden is really easy to work with. Like I can imagine, like some others might have like maybe less trust in artists and like have specific vision, but Kaden's just like, I love your art, I love you, just do whatever. And so working with him is super easy.
And when did you start, sort of like drawing his covers and things like that? Or like when did you get into art?
Well, I got into art like early on when I was a kid, and this is my career. I'm an illustrator, and when he wrote his book, I was like, no one does your cover but me. I'll do your cover. And this is just how it started.
I think that's just one of the things that I knew, that she knew the industry, what catches people's eyes, how book covers are marketable. And so I had like ideas and like, it'd be kind of cool to have this on the cover. I like this, these are attractive, but then she just does the rest.
All right. It was a pleasure speaking with you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Us.